Hello, everyone. I am Jenna Leveille. I am the Deputy State Cartographer for Arizona. I'm excited to be able to record this for you so you can learn a little bit about what we do at Arizona State Land and what we do with AGIC, the Arizona Geographic Information Council. Moment to watch and join me. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, show you some slides, and give you some resources. So let's get started. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from Colorado. I graduated with my undergrad from Oregon State University. And believe it or not, it was like 20 plus years ago. And at that time, they had no GIS program. I didn't take any GIS classes. It was not a thing. I was in the biology program, of all things. So I really thought that I wanted to be in conservation. And I got an internship at a conservation group in Oregon. And they ended up doing all of their conservation work through GIS. They used maps extensively. So they were the ones that trained me in how to use GIS. It was at a time that GIS was ArcInfo and all command line. It was not the interface that ArcMap and ArcPro is now. I loved it. So that really led me to pursuing more of a career in GIS. I ended up really good at it. I was mapping protected areas with them. And shortly after I was part of that internship, I ended up coming to work in Arizona at the Arizona State Land Department. So really in 20 years, I've only had 2 GIS jobs. I started at Land in 2006. And I became the Deputy State Cartographer in 2017. So I've been in Arizona for 15 years, and I love it. So to tell you a little more about State Land, the State Land Department is responsible for managing 9.3 million acres in Arizona. So upon statehood, we were granted, it was at that time, I think 10 plus million acres. Now we manage 9.3. And what that means is that we are responsible for using the land for its highest and best use, managing it for that, so that the revenue that is produced benefits K through 12 schools, public schools in Arizona. We do everything that you can imagine for across the state for raw land sales and leasing. We have grazing, we have cultural resources, we have minerals because we have subsurface rights. We also have planning and commercial sales. So it's a really diverse department. Compared to other state agencies, we are very small. That said, from a GIS perspective, we support a staff that is very diverse. So that makes our duties as GIS people in the land department really diverse. We have to be able to support decision-making from every aspect that you can think of within real estate, from raw resource materials to inner city planning and development. So it's pretty interesting and draws on a lot of different skill sets. So I really like that diversity. It's very good all the way around. AGIC is our other piece, right? So because land is responsible for these pieces of land across Arizona, we require a lot of data to be able to make those decisions. Statutorily, the legislature decided to put AGIC the Geographic Information Council, which is the primary forum for organization of GIS efforts across the state. They put that statutorily under land. So you can see on the screen that we look at standards and best practices. We are a collaborative body that helps with reducing any kind of duplicative effort in development of data. We work to benefit all GIS people in Arizona to have the best data available from the most reliable sources. There's huge cooperation and partnerships within AGIC, and essentially AGIC is the GIS community for Arizona. So it's really an exciting place to be. You can see our structure here. The council is appointed by the governor, but underneath the council we have a lot of committees, and this illustrates, I think right now we have something like 20 different committees. It's important to note that everybody involved, and we have, on average, I think somewhere between 400 and 500 people that participate in AGIC. They're all volunteers. No one is paid. This is not a funded organization. Land supports AGIC financially, and AGIC also creates their own funding through our annual conference. That is meant as an educational opportunity and training opportunity for folks in Arizona. So you can see that we're pretty diverse, and there's a lot of opportunity here. A big initiative for land as well as AGIC is AZGeo. So AZGeo is Arizona's one-stop shop for authoritative geospatial data. This is what drives all of the GIS jobs, right? All of the work that we do requires authoritative data. So AZGeo is the place where everybody can collaboratively work on projects. They can share data. This is the place that we know that we're contributing to a larger picture, right? So keep AZGeo in mind. This is where you'll come to either contribute data or get data as you develop in your career. Finally, I just want to kind of give a picture of how this all fits together, right? So underneath land, AGIC and AZGeo are part of the same ecosystem, and all the people involved are really important, right? So we create standards and contribute data and develop applications. That's really exciting. It drives our GIS community in Arizona. So as Deputy State Cartographer, I really have two different roles, two hats that I play. I support the State Land Department, and I do that through training non-GIS staff on GIS tools. We have a really robust GIS system that's available to all of our staff at land. I make fancy maps. I've made maps for the governor and have contributed to legislative maps and special requests from legislators. So that all goes through land. We also provide all the data support for the decision-making that happens in land. So it's a big job. In addition to that, the Arizona Geographic Information Council, I administer that as the state cartographer. So AGIC falls by statute under land. Part of my responsibilities under AGIC are to coordinate statewide GIS efforts, so things like 911. I also represent Arizona at the national level. So currently I sit on the board at ASGEO. I am one of the executive directors, board of directors. And I've been nominated this year for incoming president. So what that means for Arizona is that we get to help lead the country in standards in GIS and the different things that are happening here that are unique for us. We get a national spotlight. So we are leaders in transportation. We're leaders in coordination. It's just a very exciting time. The most rewarding part is the people. The people are amazing, and we have opportunity to come to solutions together for big problems that affect everybody. And that makes my job really, really worthwhile. I can't stress that enough. It's super important to everybody here to make a difference, to everybody in Arizona. You know, data-driven decisions make sense to me. That's a logical progression, and working with very smart people in Arizona is incredibly rewarding. I would say my advice to you as new to this community is to stay open. While you work hard on sometimes very tedious things, keep doing that, but make sure you make connections. That's going to help you in your career in ways you have no idea. And keep that. Keep contributing. Keep your vision open. So, you know, lastly, I'm going to share my screen and give you some resources to check out our website for AGIC and land and AZGeo and my email. So contact me if that works for you. If you have questions, please do that. And we'll leave it on that slide. Maybe there it is. Thank you.